Hey guys, DJ here with Next Level Coaching, and today we are going to be playing some Pauper with Blue-Red Cloudpost, and this is the deck list I'm going to be using. We've got 23 land with 1 Is It Boilerworks and 1 Remote Isle, and 2 Terramorphic Expanse to go along with the standard lands. And for spells in the deck, we have 2 Expedition Map, 2 Firebolt, 3 Flame Slash, 4 Preordain, 2 Lightning Bolt, 2 Prohibit, 3 Mana Leak, 3 Prophetic Prism, 4 Compulsive Research, a Steam Core Weird, 1 Mulldrifter, 2 Condescend, 2 Rolling Thunder, 2 Teachings, and 4 Teaching Targets. We have a Stagger Shock, a Capsize, an Echoing Truth, and a Seismic Shudder. Alright, let's get to the cards in the deck. I am going to be testing it with 1 Boilerworks and 1 Remote Isle, just to see which kind of lands I like better in this deck. I'm thinking the Remote Isle will be fine for cycling, and Is It Boilerworks is kind of like having an extra half a land in my deck. And because I'm playing spells like Preordain and Flame Slash, I wanted 2 Terramorphic Expanse to help with the mana fixing. Spell-wise, with the Expedition maps, I'm not sure if Expedition maps belong in here or not, but a lot of lists that have been doing well recently have been playing them, and I figure most of the time it's probably worth it to be able to search for a Cloudpost or a Glimmerpost for 3 mana. The removal spell suite, we are varying that. We are varying that up as well, running 3 Flame Slash, 2 Firebolt, and 2 Lightning Bolt. I have a feeling I'm going to end up just always wanting 4 Flame Slash in this deck, but I figured I'd split it up to see how it runs. See which removal spell I like better first. But I think we're going to very quickly wind up with 4 Flame Slash in this list. Draw spell wise, there's 4 Preordain. Some lists play them, some lists don't. I want to test them to see if they see how they fit in the deck. Plus, Preordain is just an awesome card. You don't really have any other card in the game that has that effect for 1 mana. We have 3 Prophetic Prism. I haven't played a whole lot with 4, but I do know I never want to draw 2 in my opening hand. So we are starting with 3, and we're going to go from there to see, what number we want. Counterspell wise, we have 7 counters: 3 Mana Leak, 2 Condescend, 2 Prohibit. I'm fairly certain the Condescends are going to quickly come out of this deck, but I want to give them a chance and see how they run first. Draw spell wise, we have Compulsive Research to go along with the 1 Mulldrifter, and the Preordains and Teachings, if you can consider them draw spells. They kind of are, because they always fetch what you want, but there's no Mysteries of the Deep in this deck, because a lot of the times when you cast Mystical Teachings and just have infinite time, you just always want the Capsize instead over Mysteries of the Deep. So I put the Mysteries of the Deep in the sideboard, and against the slow control decks, we get to Teachings for Mysteries of the Deep too if we need to. Our kill conditions are Rolling Thunders, obviously, and this 1 Mulldrifter here, best Mulldrifter ever. And for other creatures, we have exactly 1 Steam Core Weird. He's a guy I wanted to test to see if he belongs in this deck. I'm not sure how good a 4 mana 1/3 is, but I do know his shock effect kills a lot of the creatures in the format. So we're going to try him out and see if we like him. And we have the 2 Teachings, obviously, and for targets we have 1 Seismic Shudder, 1 Echoing Truth, the Capsize, and the Stagger Shock. And obviously against like Infect or the Storm combo that goes off and empty the Warrens, we want the Seismic Shudder. That just wrecks them. Same with Echoing Truth. And against generally the slower matchups, we have the Capsize, and against aggro we can Teachings for either Stagger Shock or Lightning Bolt. And that's about it for the main deck. And for the sideboard, I just mostly threw it together looking at lists that I found online that have been 3-1ing and 4-0ing dailies. And we have, just standard more card draw for against the control decks. The deep analysis is against like mono red or red, just decks with red in general. We have the Hydroblasts. Against blue decks, we have Pyroblast. Pyroblast is actually also pretty good against the Storm combo deck because you can hit their ideas unbound, and they might not be able to go off if they can't draw that many cards. So it randomly can Mise you a win against them. I have a lot of hate for Affinity, so I want my anti-Affinity cards. I've got 2 Gorilla Shaman, a Shattering Pulse, and an Electrostatic Bolt in here. Electrostatic Bolt's in here because it's just better than like a random Firebolt or Lightning Bolt after sideboard. Because it kills their 4/4s. Well, everyone but the green one. And it's teachingable, too. So is Shattering Pulse. And against the slower decks, we want a copy of Earth Rift and the second copy of Capsize, along with the 2 card draw spells. And against Infect and other aggro decks, say like White Weenie, things like that, we have Serrated Arrows. And I mean, of course, Electrostatic Bolt goes in against Infect too, just because you want as many 1-drop removal spells as possible. Because if they don't have their nut, Glistener Alpha, Lotus Petal, Apostle Blessing Hand, and you have the 1-drop removal spell, you can stop them. And that's about it. We're going to do some testing today and see how the deck plays out, and hopefully make some changes to improve it. Our first match is going to be up against Dredge, so here we go.